with that, then like, don't stunt that growth.
Yeah.
Like, how can we enable and encourage? And, I'd say to the school, I want to work with you because I'm not going to allow this to be the year that my son falls back.
Like, where do you see yourself in, like, I don't know, like a few years' time? What's the ultimate thing?
I'm not very good at putting myself first. I'm not very good at thinking about what's next for me or what I want. And I think for me, the next step is finding what my true thing is.
The Parent Playbook. The Parent Playbook.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Parent Playbook. I'm your host, Nyah, and today we are providing a space for real conversation about career and also parenting. No fluff, no bullshit. Everything is authentically honest, so you're gonna feel at home if you're a real parent and you're not looking for the glossy Instagram version, you're looking for something in real life. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce an amazing guest. I know I say amazing all the time, but this guest hits different because we have a long-standing history being friends before anything else. I knew her before she was a career woman, before she was a mother, and I'm just really pleased to say that we're still friends. And took a lot to get her in the seat today. So guys, get ready for a phenomenal interview. I introduce Reema Samuel-Lewis.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Reema, it's so good to have you here today. I'm excited. If we had a studio audience, they'll be going, woo, woo, woo. It reminds me of Jerry Springer. And they go, Jerry. Go, Jerry. Yeah. So please introduce yourself to the listeners and tell them who you are and what you do.
Hi, everyone. My name is Reema Samuel-Lewis. I'm head of diversity and inclusion partnerships at Sky. Probably don't know what that is, but yeah. And I look after all of Sky's external partnerships and all of our employee networks across across UK, Ireland, Italy, and Germany, or the DACH region. I'm also a mother to two amazing terrors, as they were this morning, wife, daughter, friend.
Wow, Reema, all of the things. So let's get straight into, I like what you said. Most people wouldn't really know about what diversion and, did I even say it right?
No, you didn't.
Okay, the D and the I. Would you like to explain to everybody listening what that job actually entails and how impactful and how important it is? Because although I don't know how to say the word, I do understand what it is. So please let everybody know exactly what that means.
Sure. So my role is basically to help Sky use its voice for a force of good.
Okay.
And that's really working with community partners, partnerships, anything that helps elevate those who don't get a chance in society to level the playing field. So that could be through content, through Sky Sports, that could be working with the Black Equity Organisation, who are one of my amazing partners, helping Black founders to grow and scale their business, because we know that Black founders get less than 0.0% of funding. And then we're not going to add the other layer of being a Black woman. And I think you can probably attest to that.
Yeah, say it again.
I've worked with Mission 44 to tackle the disproportionate exclusions of young Black kids from schools.
Okay.
And it's not just Black, actually. It's Black, Gypsy, Roma traveller kids from schools.
Wow.
So really helping Sky to think about how we can give back to society.
Yeah.
I've got stuff where I'm diversifying pipeline in sports, whether that's football, whether that's cycling, making sure we've got the right representation there. And then I talk about the employee networks, who are an amazing contributor to the employee voice at Sky.
Okay.
So we have 21 core networks across group, and within those networks you have sub-communities. So for example, our multicultural network, who are just in the UK, they then have 11 communities based on religion and faith, and basically all of those people roll up into me.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. So Reema, you've just said a thousand things, okay? If what I really want to talk about in this moment, because of everything that you just said, which is so impactful and it's so broad, and I think that a lot of people wouldn't actually know that there are positions like this that exist, and there are people like you who are really trying to champion the unheard, yeah? Because, we've grown up through the 90s and the noughties, and we've seen a lot of change happening because of people like yourself, which is, is applaudable. But talk about how you figure out what you're going to do each day, because you have said that you do all of those things, but then on top of that, you have two children that are under the age of 10, and that space is a challenge in itself. You're a wife, you're a daughter, you're a friend. Like, what does the invisible load look like for Reema on a day-to-day basis? The things that you don't say out loud, but the things that are just they're just going and they're just in there, in your head only.
Yeah, I think it's communication and preparation, and sometimes I probably don't communicate. But, you know, Jay's an incredible support system for me. We get it, we work and we support each other, first of all. So, you know, I know it sounds crazy, but twice a week I'll wake up at 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym. I get up, I have my alarm clock and I'm knackered, right? But I know that that's the only time that I get to go to the gym in the week because my work is busy. So I get up 4:30, I'm out of the house by 5:30. I go and do an hour workout. I leave the gym. I've got an alarm clock in the gym. Goes off at 6:30. Get home at 10 to 7. By the time I get home, my son's come out of the shower. My daughter is going in. You know, by the time I sort of make a protein shake, 'cause I need that, right? I then jump in the shower. Then I try and do the school run because for me, I'm trying to be more present for my kids.
Yeah, I hear you.
One of the things that they'd said is, oh, you know, you always da 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 da, and I was just like, okay. Or can you pick me up today? And I'm like, yeah. So I've had to have my non-negotiables, and my non-negotiables is I will drop them to school or drop one of them to school if I have to get the bus. And Fridays are non-negotiable. I pick them up.
Yeah.
I have to put boundaries so that I can be present for them and also be present at work.
Yeah, but really present at work and
really
in either space.
Yeah.
Because I think that sometimes what happens is you're trying to do everything at once and you're just nowhere.
Yeah.
Like you're not present at work, you're not present with the kids. Where are you? You're in the space in your brain trying to map it all out.
Yeah.
And I think that something that you've highlighted there without even saying the word is having discipline.
Yeah.
Because having the discipline to be out of the house at 4:30 is monumental as a mother. Okay, let's face it. Like men, husbands, they can be the best. But when they get up and go to the gym, it's a different get up and go. Because they get up and they go.
Yeah.
And we get up and you've probably left things out and sorted little things just so that everything is thought of just in case.
Yeah. But I will say that. So just on that, because he supports me so well, he does the same. So he will get up. I mean, his gym's closer, so he gets up at 5 to go to the gym 3 days a week. And so the night before I go, he's like, are you going to the gym tomorrow? And it's just that little boost and saying, oh, you know, have you got your stuff ready?
Yeah.
So that it is literally get up
seamless.
and go. And yeah, there are things that I'll think of and I'll be like, oh God, I'm in the gym. Clothes haven't been ironed. Think about that, you know, or they've been washed over and they're on the line.
Or is it sports day? Or is it PE kit?
Sports day, or just, you know,
Little
making sure
things.
that we have a shared calendar.
Yeah.
Right? Putting everything in the shared calendar. It's World Book Day. It's Banana Day. It's Sandwich Day. It's this day. It's like just making sure that those things are thought out. Oh, you know, you need to put in the meter reading and all of those sorts of things. But I think because we communicate so well,
it makes it easier.
It's easier. I'm not saying it's easy. It's just easier.
One of the things that is really a lot online, which is big at the moment, like a lot of people are talking, a lot of companies are talking about the invisible load of mum, because dad wants to help. We live in a day and age where I think dads are showing up. You know, like it's not we're not a place where we bash dads. We love dads, but dad's role and mum's role are just two completely different things. And no, however you want to map it out, the majority comes from mum first, which means that even though dad is supporting and helping and doing the things, there almost is an instruction that has to come from mum first with bullet points. And in some houses, color-coded themes of where everything is. And that is the invisible mental load that mum carries that nobody really talks about. So before you've even brushed your own teeth, you have thought about the lives of your two children. You have thought about the home, because you spoke about meter reading, etc. And everything normally travels from mum to dad, and that level of intense preparation and planning is what causes mums to have a lot of burnout sometimes. Because even though dad is picking up and meeting you where you need to be met, there is a certain amount of initiative that mum has that dad's never had before, and he's learning to have that on the go. And I think that this is something that is really crucial to what we're doing at Tribe, in the understanding that, and how do we alleviate that? I don't have the answer, so don't look over here like, so what are we doing? But we're figuring it out, and I feel like with conversations like this, it really helps. And I think even knowing, having your husband motivate you, like, so you hitting the gym tomorrow and taking it in a positive way, because I've had conversations with women and their partners like, oh, I'm going to come back to you, I can watch your kids, you can go to the gym, and it's like, what? What do you mean? What are you trying to say? And it's like, oh no, it's actually coming from okay, forget it. So is communication is, you know, is everything.
The other thing is I write lists. I have to write things out. That's just how I process things. So I have, at work, I'll write books and I'll be in meetings writing books, but I have a planner at home.
Okay.
And so all of us have got a column. And because I'm always thinking, I'll just write what needs to be done.
So everyone can see
so
it.
everyone can see.
Yeah.
There are no surprises.
Yeah.
Going to mum's, going to
Yeah.
everyone knows
What's going on.
And now my son will add to the planner.
Okay.
He'll be like, my birthday.
Yeah,
No, I've already written
We know
this.
that one. We know that one. We know that one. We know that one. No, that's that. You know what? It's like it's intentionally being structured, and I think children thrive with structure. And some people are very good. They just want to free flow, and I get it. But I think in my thought process is that a child wants to be able to trust what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So if they don't know what's coming, that's when things are like going to rise. Like this morning, I said to you, just before we set up, I was like, yeah, Kizzy was crying this morning. Because I woke her up out of her sleep and was like, you've got to get up for school. And she was just like, oh, I'm tired, put the cover back over. And I was like, I'm going now. Going where? And it's like, oh, I didn't have a conversation with you that this was going to happen. I take her to school every day.
Yeah.
So for her, she's reliant upon that. This is what we do in the morning. It's structure, it's routine. But sometimes you've got free flow, man. Sometimes rip the Band-Aid off. Sometimes it's not going to be how it's going to be.
The thing is, how I operate, and I agree with you on structure, so I actually have a point system for the kids, particularly more for my son, because I'm just like, if you're washed, dressed downstairs by 7 o'clock, 5 points.
Okay.
So it'd be
works.
3 minutes to 7, and I'd be like, 5 points, 5
Yeah,
points.
yeah.
Oh, can you help me?
Yeah.
And so it's almost like, okay, and then like, did I get points?
Okay.
And at the end of the week, it's like, if you've got 40 points, you'll get £10.
Okay.
And then he's like calculating, okay, well, at the end of the year, I'm going to get this and this, and like,
Slow down.
Slow
Listen,
down.
the money, when you I find like when you are giving money for things, like especially I don't know if it's these children, like in this day and age, but they really will get the money. Like, and I feel like I don't know if I remember having pocket money or doing something for cash, but they plan it out. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I said to Kizzy, you can get £1 for every book you read that's over 100 pages. Why are we at £21 already? It's the beginning of the year, and I'm excited. But now I've gone to her piggy bank to take the coins from there. We're recycling because this is going to get very costly. Like, when do we cap it? Like, when do you just do your job?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And someone's like, so at the end of the year, I'm going to have like £520. And then his dad said, and if you're extra good and you do something for your sister, he'll say, I'll give you a top up of 10.
Wow. Oh, I'm going to be a millionaire.
Oh, yeah. Let's do this. And he's really into Beyblades. So he's like, writing a list of Beyblades. This Beyblade's £78. What?
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Spinning top. No. How about we invest that money and then
and do something else.
Invest in the company that owns Beyblade
Exactly.
rather than buying a Beyblade.
Yeah, no,
so that's
it's so
another
true.
conversation in itself, that we're trying to make sure that they're financially literate. They understand the terminology. So they'll be like, so NVIDIA and this and that. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because we've spoken to you about it.
Yeah,
we didn't have that as kids.
100%.
And so
I don't think we had adult conversation. Like I feel like I feel like it was about everything. It's more children go and play. I remember for me, my kind of rules were, be safe, go and play, don't get pregnant, have a good time. Yeah. And there wasn't much adult. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you talk to your children, it sounds like they're adults. You're giving them the information so that they understand the words and they're not, they're not scared of it. So talk to me about why the infrastructure and the conversation about money is important in your household with your children.
I think so that they're not scared of money. I think so that they know what to do with money, that they know that money can make money without you doing anything.
Yeah.
So we say to them, look, we've got trading accounts. You guys have junior ISAs.
Yeah.
Like, let's invest in the things that you like. And we start talking about it, like whether it's Apple or whatever. Look around your room. What are the things that you like?
Yeah,
the
it's
things
so
you
true.
really enjoy. Why don't we buy that
own a
company?
piece of it?
And then we say to him, look how much money we've made.
Yeah.
And he's like,
wow.
Whoa, can I do that too? So he'll get money for Christmas or his birthdays and we'll put it into his junior ISA. And what he does is, I'll save some, I'll spend some, and then this is for something else. And like, okay, what's the other? It goes into his safe. Thank you for the money jar.
Yeah.
So he uses his money jar as one of it. So he's like, I've got 3 piggy banks and my bank account and like now my daughter, she's 3. She's like, I've got a bank card. She's like, I've got a bank card. It's like Princess Jasmine.
Yeah.
But she understands the concept.
Yeah. And I think it's important. Like it really is. And I think some people are I think what happens as well is when you don't have a lot of money, it's very scary to talk about money to your children. But I think it's even more important because if they understand that you can have a lot out of a little, it would just travel so much further, And I feel like like I really am inspired by the fact of is you're having these conversations and doing the work yourself. Because a lot of people are conversations I hear is they don't do this in school, they don't do that. Okay, but what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like how are we going to structure an environment so that they can learn and they can excel and, as you said, not be scared of money, you know?
And we say money doesn't grow on trees. Like,
Yeah.
You can't just go into the shop and buy it. You can, like in theory, but also knowing that you have to wait for things.
Yeah, patience.
Not everything is
instant.
going to be instant. Like, how about you save for something that you really want? Because you might change your mind.
Yeah.
Last month it was Pokemon.
Yeah.
Now we're on Beyblade. And so let's think about, is it the right investment?
Is it the right? Yeah. No, it's so true. And when you watch them spend their own money, it will hit different at some stage. Like I took Kizzy out with her on a play date and made her take her card, whatever. And we've got there and the little boy, I said, why don't you buy you guys some marshmallows each? And his dad was like, no, I'll get it. I said, no, this is a lesson. You know, you're going out with your friend.
Yeah.
Like enjoy your money. Because I think with my daughter, she got to a bit of a stage where it's like, I ain't spending anything. And it's like, yeah, no, listen, I hear you, but we have to enjoy life. Like, it's not just save. Yes, save, yes, invest, but enjoy your money at the same time. And watching her go up and and she's like, can I have a look at what I've got left? I showed her on the app. She's like, I can see her looking at me, raging. I had to buy that guy a marshmallow.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the real world.
Welcome to the real world, because this is how it goes.
Yeah.
So you touched upon like the stuff that your kids do at home. I really like to talk about devices.
Yeah.
Now, there is the online palaver with there's a set of children that are just being raised by iPads and they're just solely on their digitals, and parents are struggling because to take it away is to limit their understanding and learning, because tech is the future.
Yeah.
Like me and Kizzy was at the gym and a guy said to her, what does this mean? And she said, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he said, how would you make a call? And she held up the phone like this. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So in that instance, it's like, okay, cool, tech has changed.
Yeah.
So you take the tech away, are you limiting their version of what they're learning? Like, what are your thoughts on device management
I'm not
at home?
anti-tech.
Okay.
Like, for me, I say to them, tech is for learning. You know, your iPad, and rightly or wrongly, they have an iPad each.
Yeah.
Right. But it's a learning device.
Okay.
And they both have apps. Like, my son taught himself how to play the piano, read sheet music last summer in 2 weeks from his iPad.
Amazing.
Granted, both me and my husband play instruments. We played instruments as kids. But it took me years to read sheet music. So that was the thing. He was on his iPad and he was learning to read.
Yeah.
So now he's doing keyboard lessons.
Wow, okay.
And we're like, okay, how can we enhance what you're doing? French. You know, I do Duolingo. I started learning French when I was 9.
Okay.
I'm semi-fluent, but I'm not fluent. But now we're buddying up, and we're like, he does Duolingo, and he's like,
look what points I'm on. It's the streak thing, isn't it?
There's certain things that we do together, and I don't think it limits his creativity, because he's also into origami.
Oh, God, Reema, sorry to cut you with the origami. I'm sorry to cut you, but we do have an alarm clock, and this is the Kizzy alarm clock, okay? And how the Kizzy alarm clock goes is she has written down a question that she wants me to ask each guest.
Yeah.
I was very scared at the question she was going to ask. So I'm thinking, is this a question you want to ask me, or is this a question you want to ask the guest? But the question is, what is your favourite hobby to do with your children? Your favourite hobby?
Favourite hobby?
Hide in the bathroom like mine?
No, because I'm not hiding with them.
I know.
That's hiding from them. What is my favourite hobby to do with them? Dance around and be silly.
Oh, I love that.
So one of the things that we do is we plug Spotify into our radio. We've got digital radio. And we'll just put on music, generally soca.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my daughter, she's like winding down, and my son's like trying to whine, and we're like,
okay.
Right. But yeah, that's something that I love doing with them.
Okay.
And then sometimes when I really want to be really silly, we'll be walking home from school, and I'd be like, "Who wants me to do a silly dance
in the street?"
And then yeah, and Guy would be like, "Yeah," and my son's like, "No," and then I start dancing in the street.
I love
it's like,
that.
oh my god!
Oh, it's the most
just being silly.
Yeah, it's the simple things and the enjoyment, knowing that we could be anywhere in the world, we could be in any house, we could be in any space, but when we're together, we can just have fun, just being ourselves. That's really beautiful, Reema. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like we need more of that. Everyone's working so hard to provide all of these things, and I think children ultimately just want to hang out with their parents, man.
They do.
Until they don't.
They do. I mean, I call my daughter my shadow.
Okay.
Because she's like, "Mom, where are you?" "I'm here." Okay,
I'm okay.
And then she'll come and sit beside me.
Oh, I love that. So back to the origami. So he's learning origami through a device.
No. So his aunt used to be really good at origami, and what had happened is he got into trouble when we took the iPad away.
Okay.
And then he was rude, so we took the iPad. So he basically didn't have his iPad for about 6-7 weeks.
Okay.
So then he got creative.
In the real world.
And we were like, "Oh my God, you're really good at origami."
Okay.
So we go through periods of where we're like, your device, and he needs his iPad for school anyway. But we'll be like, "No devices." And so now my daughter's like, "I'm doing origami," and she gets her paper and she's cutting. And I'm like, "Babes, that's not origami." So then she folds it and she'll like fold it in 3. She's like, "Yeah, here's my origami."
Do some bits.
Because she's seeing her brother do origami
it.
and making things, and he's incredible with his hands. And like, do that.
Yeah, nurture it.
Do that. Don't just think about devices or, then what will happen is he'll go onto YouTube and look at kind of
how
other
to do
things
things
in origami and
But I think what you said is like, it's really powerful. And I think it's not the device. It's what they're doing on the actual device. Yeah, it's how you're using it. And I think that is where it becomes time sensitive for parents because we're rushing. Yeah. So it's like, okay, I want to make it a safe space. I want you to do something that that is educational. Yeah. And then sometimes there's just no time. And you're like, you know what? Just go on it. Just go on it. Just go on it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm here for the Duolingo. And like there was a lot of negative stuff about Roblox and Minecraft and those type of games. Yeah, a lot of people are anti. So Kizzy has been on them. I let her go on them occasionally. I played the game with her. And I understand how dark it can be. So it is apprehensive. But something happened. We got her a digital printer for Christmas. And there's a website called Tinkercad, which she's been teaching herself, doing like the courses and how to do it. So I've been trying as well. Because obviously I'm not trying to have her be more advanced than me. But when I looked at how this is teaching, it made sense to me about Roblox and Minecraft. The way it teaches looks like Minecraft and Roblox. So Kizzy is learning at light speed because she's played these games and she understands the zoom in and out and the going underneath and the rounds. And I'm like, yo, what happened to paintbrush? This is and it made me realize that yes, some of these things are not fantastic, but there is an element of, should I do a supervised session? Because if she hadn't been on that, she would have struggled maybe at learning this. Maybe not.
But is it a form of coding?
No, it's like, this is like designing, but it's just the platform. If you go on Roblox or Minecraft, have you ever played?
No.
Okay, just do a 20-minute session on your phone. You're going to die. Because when I was on there, I couldn't walk forward. I'm zoomed up at the top, it's just different to what we've grown up with on gaming. It's a different world. And I think if she hadn't had the opportunity to do that, I could just see how she gets this. I just don't get it. Yeah. So it's like part of me just felt like, oh, it's so hard to know what to allow and what not to allow because I've actually seen a benefit of something that I took away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Question just on that. So you feel peer pressure from Kizzy to allow her on
freaking
because I'm like, no gaming, and he'll be like, oh, such and such has got it on their iPad, and I'm like, not in this house.
Yes, I do, and I notice it more. I think because she is an only child, and when on the weekend sometimes she's hanging out with her friends online, they're talking to each other, and they're all jumping on, and then I'm like, no, you're not going on, and she's like, okay, bye guys. She's a new school, new friends, so I absolutely do feel a bit of peer pressure, and I feel like how I've managed that is I've said, you know what, you can have 30 minutes with your friends in safe rooms, and I've explained to her the dangers of the game, and so then giving her a little bit of independence to manage that, but not ultimate free time. So the peer pressure is hard, but then there's other things that I'm non-negotiable on. Like she doesn't eat sweets. We're at a party, can she have? No thanks. And they're like, but no. So I think every parent just has their own level of okay, and then the
Yeah.
not, you know. And I think she's a bit older now with the Roblox. When I saw the Tinkercad thing, it just blew my mind because I recognized it, and I don't even play those games, but I could recognize oh, okay, this is where we are. But yeah, I think peer pressure in parenting is. It's a lot. There's a lot of comparisons. We are in a space where, like, I want my daughter to be the best at everything that she does. But at the same time, every child is different.
Yeah.
And every child needs a different level of everything. It's just different.
Yeah.
The way that she learns is different to another child. I would never recommend what I'm doing with Kizzy to anybody because
Well, I
it's
see it
like,
with the two, right?
yes. So how do you find that?
I think before we used to be like, oh, Jessie's this, and then she came along, and it was a bit like, whoa, you are not your brother. You are not your brother. And so just navigating, actually, that's okay.
Yes.
They're their own
people.
Yeah. They have their own skills, and just allowing them to thrive
In their own way.
Their own way. I
in
mean,
their own way.
my son was reading fluently at 3. So we were like, yeah, sure. And then he started getting in trouble at school because the teacher was like, oh, he's ruining all the games. You know, he's walking around class and reading what we've put on the wall. How about you
Level up.
know that you've got a child who can read?
Yeah.
Turn things around.
It's ruining the game.
He's, he's looking at the laptop and
Reading the
over my
answers.
shoulder.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you know that, then like, don't stunt that growth.
Yeah.
Like, how can we enable and encourage? And, you know, I'd say to the school, I want to work with you because I'm not going to allow this to be the year that my son falls back.
Yes, and this is what happens. High achievers end up teaching the class. Like, there was a situation at the school where Kizzy was coming home and saying, oh yeah, I was helping the teacher today. What? Help the teacher do what? She's on the board helping with the right, and then it's like, no, this is not it, because then yes, everyone else is being inspired and learning, but then she's hit her ceiling. Yeah. So it is so tough.
But just on that, so my daughter and I do quick math with my son, right? And I'm like, 1 + 1 is 2 + 2, and we got up to, I think it was like in the 4,000s. Wow. So I was like, okay, now 2 + 2. She's like, 8. I was like, okay, you're just...
you're different.
And she was deadly serious.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're not your brother, but that's okay.
It is okay,
Because we laugh at it, and we're like, okay, no, let me just try and break it down.
Find your way.
He's number blocks.
Okay.
And let's think about, like, he's doing number blocks in French.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, English base.
English, just start the basics. But I think it's beautiful, and like, we do have to honour the fact that all of these children, they're just different. And this is why the school system, to me, sometimes I struggle with. Because it's like a one size fits all. And it's not that, you know, like, children learn in different ways. There's a really good book called Mindset by a lady called Carol Dweck.
Carol Dweck, I've
yes,
read.
and she is amazing. And what I learned from her really helps me when I'm managing Kizzy's, the things she's good at and the things that she's not so great at right now. And it's just all about having them love the process and not be so obsessed with the end result, which is so tough, because I feel like our version was just, you just got to be great. You just want 10 out of 10. You want the best GCSE results. You want the best A-level result. Get that national record of achievement.
Which we never used, by the way.
Ever used, and it be the best. Whereas I really try to make sure, and like, even with her grandparents, they're always like, oh, kids, you're amazing. I'm like, no. She works hard. She actually puts the time in. Yes, she's amazing, but she really, really puts hours in and really owns her craft. Like, she's doing Duolingo as well. She's doing Japanese. And all I can is, Maizu kudasai. That's all I can say. Water, please. And I only learned that because I told her to go and make me some water. It is tough, but I see her relentlessly trying. And I feel like as adults, we really lose that. It's hard. It's impossible. I can't do that. Very, very quickly. So I feel like watching them, and even with the kids when we was over and they was doing the origami, and like, they're so proud of their work, and I think that is just like a beautiful thing for children to have, that ownership and that I made this. And as parents, I'm really big them up for it.
Yeah.
You know, because we're busy. You know,
not, why is that in the bin? Because that's what I got. Oh my God. She's like, why is that in the bin?
Oh, no, the bin, the recycling.
I made it for my friends. And I'll be like, you also made another one.
How about the ones they bring home from their friends? And they're like, we're not keeping this. And they're like, like, no, talk to me about that, Reema. What do you do in those instances?
Hide it in another bin.
You hide it?
I hide it in another bin.
Actual savage.
I just hope that they forget.
They do forget.
Like,
Yeah, because it's never
Some of them,
ending.
there's so much. Like, we have reams of paper,
Stuff, yeah.
and then they're going into my printer,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh,
Can
yeah,
we-
the white paper
It's better."
I can't see my drawing on the yellow paper, but the yellow paper's for you."
No, that is so funny. It's so true. So what is next for Reema? I know you spoke about what you do at Sky, and I remember when you worked at Disney as well, and you really like went in at Disney. Where do you see yourself in, like, I don't know, like a few years' time? What's the ultimate thing? Because it sounds like you put a lot into everybody else.
Yeah.
And even in your work, it's like it's forever helping, breaking barriers, uplifting and expanding the horizons of others.
Yeah.
Is that something that you ever think about for yourself? Or is that just like this is the purpose?
I don't know. I think my parents were both youth workers, so they were always uplifting others.
Okay.
And I don't know if that has innately come through to me.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at putting myself first. I'm not very good at thinking about what's next for me or what I want. I'm always, oh yeah, I can just do it. I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I figure it out, and I'm pretty good at whatever I do.
Yeah.
And I think for me, the next step is finding what my true thing is.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, we're moving house in the next 2 weeks, so that
Hey.
yeah.
I feel like, you know, like watching how amazing you are with your children. And this comes at a time where we've hung out with no kids. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, single, no kids, world is your oyster, like bad bitch. I'm just gonna really enjoy my life. And I feel like having children has taken us to a space that I'd never ever actually envisaged having, and it being so amazing, but so fucking hard at the same time. And I'm just appreciative that you always share, you're very open, the highs and the lows, and just the little solutions that you put in place to make shit happen. You know, so what would be your advice to somebody who is trying to get into the workspace where you are, they have children, how to make it work for themselves?
Network. Put in coffees with people, find out more, just be curious. I always say to people, I mentor quite a few young girls, and I say to them, be curious. People always give you time. Yes. People also like to talk about themselves, it's the other thing, right?
You're not wrong.
But just find out more about what you want to do, but also understand what you like and what you don't like. More importantly, I think people go into workspaces and be like, oh yeah, I'll figure out just to get into a job. Well, actually, no, because in 6 months' time, you're going to hate it. And I've done that. I've gone into a company and I knew instantly that I didn't want to be there.
Okay.
But I was headhunted for this company. So I felt a bit like, oh, yeah, this is, you know. And I remember phoning the recruiter and saying, I don't like it. And she was like, oh, just do 3 months. I called her at 3 months and I was like, I hate it.
Get me
She
up.
was like, oh, you've done 3 months, just do 6 months. 6 months. I fucking hate it.
Oh, man.
And she went, well, you've done 6 months, you may as well get to a year. And I thought, you know what? And I'm someone, I always like to round things up, right? So I thought, it's not going to kill me. But then I got caught up in 7-7. And then it was just like, my mental health wasn't the best because I was at a client agency. Our director fucked off. I was with another account exec. We were walking through Hyde Park. A helicopter took off in the middle. Like there was tourists crying. It was just mayhem. And it was a really pivotal moment in my life. So I started having panic attacks. And my dad said to me, look, Reem, you're 23 and you live at home. It's not that bad if you leave a job.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, choose happiness. I need to choose happiness. I was like, I've got an egg loan and I'm just going to get calm and stuff like that. And that's all these shoes. And he was just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And so I always say to people, know what you want and what you don't want.
Yes.
Like, don't sacrifice your values just because someone else is encouraging you to.
100%. Because you're helping them.
You're helping them. So, yeah, and get enough sleep. Yeah. I'm now going to bed earlier.
Okay.
Because I was going to bed at 11 o'clock and getting up at 4:30.
I remember you used to say that, and I'd be like, how?
11, 12.
Yeah.
So I can thrive on six hours sleep. No, I'm tired.
Yeah. Shattered. Absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Reema, listen, it's been absolutely a pleasure having you on the pod today. I'm sure the listeners are going to take away some amazing tips. And also just a self of understanding that it can be done, you know, like it can be done with a little tweaking, a little organization. It absolutely can be done. So yeah, thank you.
That's all right.
I think conversations like this really, really matter because most parents are just so tired from doing so many things. They don't actually stop to understand, to see and give themselves a pat on the back to say, do you know what? You're actually really, really killing it. This is the Parent Playbook by Tribe. Remember, there is no manual, no instructions, just a purple print.
The Parent Playbook.